Hey there, I'm Rick Barker, founder of the Music Industry Blueprint and former manager of Taylor Swift, currently consult Big Machine, and was honored to be involved as the social media mentor for the contestants this year on American Idol. So here I am at the Oasis Grand Resort here in beautiful Cancun, Mexico, and I'm here, I want to call it like a work vacation. I actually have 5 country artists that I brought out with me. We're doing a country fest this week, and as I'm talking with the artist, I really would like to see where they are in their career. What are some of the things that are going on with them? And I also wanted to take this opportunity to use this gorgeous background here and answer some questions, share with you on some topics that are of interest to you. Now, you're going to hear some cool music going on in the background. That's courtesy of the resort. And you're probably going to hear a male peacock. He's showing off to this female peacock that's around here. So just let me bring you on this journey with me here. So today what I want to talk about is I've been getting a lot of questions lately about sponsorship. I was talking with Steel Blossoms, one of the duos that's here, and they're out a lot right now doing house concerts and trying to really get some costs offset for their touring, which a lot of you are doing. And I wanted to talk to them, and they said, Rick, what are the best way to approach people about sponsorship? So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about, one, what is sponsorship? Are you the right person for sponsorship? Do you know how to approach these companies? I'm going to give you some insights and some tips and tricks on how to do that. I'm also going to share with you a little secret that a lot of people don't know on where there's some hidden money out there that might be right for you. So first and foremost, when you go to a company asking for a sponsorship, you're basically asking them for money, services, or goods. You're asking them to either do something for you, give you something, or pay you money for that. The two most common types of sponsorships are the cash sponsorships, the money, or what's called in-kind. What in-kind means is that if you are going to be traveling and you need a hotel room every night, you might approach, the Comfort Inn and say, hey, would you sponsor our tour? And instead of them giving you money, they put you up at a hotel every night. It offsets some of your cost, things that you are going to spend money on anyway. A lot of times, gas companies or things like that. Maybe you go to one of your favorite rental companies and they rent you a van and give it to you half off. That may be a partial sponsorship. So there's a lot of different ways that you can approach companies. But the company and the department that you're usually approaching is the marketing department. And the marketing departments usually work off of a budget. So they have so much money every year that they use towards their marketing, whether it be radio, print, billboards, maybe going out and they get, a couple $1,000s a year that they can, give 500 here and 500 there to bands or youth groups or organizations or whatever the case may be. The bottom line is they're getting hit up by everyone. They're coming in from all angles wanting their money. So you need to show them why you're a good value to them, why you're going to be able to get their product in front of their consumer, because that's what they're concerned about. Not as much helping you, they're more concerned is, are they going to get their product in front of the consumer? So one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to want to share with them, these are the amount of dates I'm doing, this is the type of audience that I'll be playing for, these are my social numbers, these are the people that visit me on my websites. Just don't offer the tour. Offer everything that you have. Put their logo on your CD, for goodness sakes. Whatever it's going to take in the beginning to get the resources that you need. You don't have to NASCAR yourself out. You don't have to get that crazy, but you do want to show them that you've got various areas and platforms to spread their message. One of the problems that I see a lot of artists make in the beginning is they go for the sponsorship too quick. They write a song, it has Chevy in it, so they all of a sudden think that, Chevy should give them money, or it has a beer name, or a name of a restaurant, or a location, or something. Just because it's in your song doesn't necessarily mean that they're just gonna jump through hoops and go, oh my gosh, you're the best thing ever, here's a bunch of money. Every time you sing that song about Coca-Cola, we know people are gonna buy Coca-Cola. That's usually not how it happens, but it's a great start. So what I want you to do is I want you to make a list of everything that you and your fans consume, use, places you go, things that you do. So go ahead and make that list. Then you're gonna sit there and say, okay, what is it that I currently already have? And I'll use, for example, if you're a female artist and you wear headbands and they're available at Claire's, start tweeting out pictures and Instagramming pictures and posting how cool this headband is, or if you can get a bunch of your little fans to wear these headbands and take pictures and tag Claire's in it. These companies have people that monitor their social media, and they're looking for people saying things about them, both positive and negative. And if your name keeps popping up a lot, and you're not asking for anything in the beginning, that's the best way to organically build this relationship. Their person may go back to their marketing and say, hey, you know what, you may want to reach out to this band. They're constantly wearing our stuff. They're constantly promoting our stuff. Matter of fact, we're starting to see their fans wear this stuff. Now that's a great in with that company. Also too, don't forget to go to your Facebook page or ask your fans if they know anyone who works for these companies. Facebook is worldwide. You'd be surprised how many people may have an uncle or a cousin or a friend of a friend that knows somebody that works at these companies. So don't be afraid to go that route to try to find a contact information. It's hard to get to the decision makers a lot of times. So the steps that you can remove and the obstacles in your way is great for you to be able to do that. Secondly is have a very presentable, professional looking package. This is who we are, this is our kind of music, this is what our values and beliefs are, these are the type of people that show up at our shows, and this is why I feel that we can help promote your product. Don't go in telling them what it can do for you. They don't care about you, they want to know what it can do for them. So show them the results, show them that this is what you feel having their products at your shows or having you as their spokesman represents. Speaking of being their spokesman, that's exactly what you are when they give you money. Don't be a knucklehead. If you've got anything that's weird on your socials, go get it off right now. People are going to do their research because, like I said, they're being hit up by everyone. So you want to be the best representative for their product. Another secret I found a couple years ago is a lot of times you're going after the companies for the money, and the marketing budgets may be dried up. The marketing folks may have spent the money that they have. Sometimes their years run from June to June. Don't always wait till January to go asking for money. Reach out and find out what their fiscal year is. But a lot of these companies have foundations that have money that needs to be spent on education, and it needs to be spent every year. It doesn't carry over into their budgets. So they're looking for people to get involved with. So if you can add an educational aspect, if you're touring schools, or if you're speaking to children, or if you're doing a campground. We did a campground tour a few years ago, and Best Buy got involved with us through their foundation. I ended up having them sponsor one of my artists. They paid for the recording of her record because their foundation wanted to get in front of teenagers, and they had a website. Don't forget to build the relationships early. A lot of these companies have Facebook pages and have Twitter pages. Maybe offer up some downloads for them to put out on their websites, for them to utilize in their socials, because they don't create content and they don't want to give away headphones, for example, but they'll give away music to be listened to with the headphones that they have. Get as creative as you possibly can, but don't forget about the foundations. The foundations have money that has to be spent. Start small. Over deliver, under promise, over deliver on anything it is that you're doing right now, and it will absolutely change the game for you, because what you want them to do is to put you as what's called a line item. So every year when they're doing their marketing budgets, they're saying, you know what, we're putting aside $2,000 for this band because they did great stuff for us last year. Marketing departments love to stick with what works, so you become something that works for them. All right, so I hope this has been useful for you. You can find out more about me at my website, rickbarker.com. While you're there, if you haven't done so, pick up a copy of my book, grab the free video series, and for now, it's adios from Mexico. Ciao.